Welcome back to the channel, YouTube, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Got a good video today for y'all, and of course it's about none other than trucking. So, like I always say, trucking is a lucrative, exciting, wonderful career. It's wonderful and all of that. It's also like life, trucking is what you make it ultimately. So say you want to get in it, but you don't know like how you're gonna work it, or maybe you're uncertain about if it's gonna work around your schedule or not, how you're gonna, what type of lifestyle you want it to be as. So in today's video, that's what I'm gonna explain. So give me a like and a comment if you could, subscribe as always, and I appreciate it. So let's get into it right now. So as you know, like I always say and brag, I've been trucking for about 3 years. And I remember when I was at school, I chose a regional. But I remember, filling out a piece of paper to complete my profile. I remember them saying OTR, and in parentheses it said you come home like, you're out for like 2 or 3 weeks at a time and you come home like 2 or 3 days. Local was like you're home every day, and regional, you come home every Friday. So I'm like, okay, I want something different, but I don't want to be gone for like, 2 or 3 weeks at a time and then only come home for a couple days. And for some reason, I didn't want to come home every day, so I chose regional. So that's that. They also have this thing called dedicated, and I'm like, okay, whatever. So I chose regional because I'm like, I did just basically process of elimination. So I'm like, dude, OTR would have been like too overwhelming for me. I feel like, being fresh out of school, being new to truck driving and all that, I didn't want to be gone for too long. I didn't want to be in a state I wasn't familiar with, just thousands of miles away from home. So like Oklahoma or whatever, a state that I'm not too familiar with. I felt like that would have been too overwhelming, too much for me. So I chose regional. I feel like I can handle, coming home every weekend. So I chose that. And dedicated was like, you can mix dedicated with like local and regional. So dedicated is basically, you just got the same customer, every time. So that's it. And then I did Dollar Tree, so I threw some dedicated in there. So, I seen some of the stores more than once. So that's pretty much that. You got the same customer, pretty much that. So your route, pretty much. So you got OTR, regional, dedicated, and local. Local means you come home every night. Regional means you come home like every Friday. But you're in your region. So I'm in the Midwest region, so I'm only going to the states within my region. So I'm hitting Michigan, Illinois, Indiana, Wisconsin. Did I say Indiana? Ohio. When I did Dollar Tree, I was doing regional. So I would take a load home from Friday. I'm gonna start from Monday. So Monday I would go like up north Michigan somewhere, and then I would drive to Illinois, drop that empty trailer off, grab another loaded trailer. Then I would go maybe not out my region, but I'll go to like a different state within my region, like Wisconsin, go to a Dollar Tree store in my region. So then that was that. And then I would do like a pup trailer on Friday to like Illinois, and then grab that loaded trailer again. That's going to maybe somewhere close to Michigan or somewhere close to where I live. And then just repeat that process. So that was that, man. It was cool, you know what I'm saying? Easy money. So that was that. So since I'm here, I figured I'd give you guys some pros and some cons of each specific account. So again, these are just my personal opinions and a little bit of my experience. So I'm gonna start off with OTR. OTR pros, hey, you get to see the world. And then who doesn't love to see the world, do sightseeing at someone else's expense. So hey, you always want to go to Vegas. You might have a cool dispatch like, hey, yo, send me to Vegas. I'm trying to, go there, party, do whatever. I'm trying to, people go to Vegas, they only know Las Vegas anyway. So they never seen, I'm sure there's other parts of Nevada that's pretty dope. Same thing with like Cali. If you're just in Cali, they got other spots in Cali like Malibu, other cities like that. So you get to sightsee at someone else's expense. You don't have to worry about being on a plane or catching a plane or having to get a ride, stuff like that. Another pro would be, I would say freedom pretty much, because say, hey, you're a single man, no kids, no wife, nobody to, answer to. You're not obligated for pretty much nothing. So it's just like, hey, you You come and go as you please. You do what you want. You know what I'm saying? So you got that freedom. You can be gone months and months at a time. You come home whenever you feel like it. So that's the freedom part about it. And that's probably dope. So yeah, I can imagine that being nice. I can't imagine someone, you know, having like a newborn at the crib and they're trying to do OTR, because I can't, that's just too crazy to imagine. You got a newborn, then, you know, you're trying to do your trucking thing, and then most people come home maybe local after they have that baby or whatever. So that's that. Man, you know what's crazy? I would name saving money as a pro, but man, look here, as long as Amazon is in existence, there's no way to save money that way. So you can always online shop somehow, find a way to get it shipped to you, find a way to get it, you know what I'm saying, do it like that. And then there you have it, at the tip of your fingertips, right there, your little cellular device. So my third and final pro would just be that experience. You know, most companies require you to have at least 6 months to a year of OTR experience before you travel to move to a different account or a different company. So you get that experience, and then here you're good to go after that. And then but at the same time, I'm not gonna throw this on the con list, but I remember running into this guy and he didn't know much about backing. So he probably had a few months experience, but you don't get to back all that much, you know? So you're probably driving 2-3 days maybe before you do it like a backing attempt. Definitely if you're like flatbed. So flatbed, most of the times you just pull right through. So yeah, that's that, but I'm not gonna add that as a con or anything. Yeah, you would need that experience, so that'd be good. And then like a company, they may look at your resume like, oh, he can drive, you know, drive through the mountains in any type of condition. So he's been 1 year accident free. So that experience looks good on your resume, just moving forward. And man, con number one was just, you know, anybody will say this, just not being home, not being able to see your family and friends when you want to. It's just, hey, going out on a random Tuesday for Taco Tuesday and drinks, or just going out chilling, playing ball, doing whatever, you know, sleeping in the truck, in the back of a truck, and not your own bed. So that's a huge con, because when I made that decision to come home, I was like, man, I'm just tired of sleeping in this truck. I just can't do it no more, man. I kept having crooks in my neck. I'm like, man, I gotta fucking come home. So that was me. So yeah, that's con number one. Con number two would just be I'm gonna say like long days, and then, you know what I'm saying? And then, like I said earlier, I'm relating to my Werner experience and my Crete experience. Crete was my second company I worked for. I would say long days. So I had more freedom, more, you know, spare time, downtime when I was with Werner. So I'm gonna say long days because, you know, you got 10, 11 hours to drive. And if you're OTR, then you're most likely driving, you know, your whole clock away. You get 70 hours a week to drive, and you're most likely probably driving the whole clock, whole 70 out before you got to do your 34 reset. So, yeah, that takes a lot of toll on the body, you know, a lot of mental capacity on the brain. You got to have that ability to just sustain that type of level of energy, I guess. So that can be tiring and stressful for, you know, one individual to constantly go through day in and day out, week in and week out. So long days for sure, man. That's like 1 and 2, so for sure long days. Number 3, man, I'm gonna say the pay, but you know, I'm gonna always go back to my trucker groups that I'm in on Facebook. They say local pays more. People say OTR pays more, but they say it pays more because you're going through more. You know, the stress that you're putting yourself through, and the more work you're doing, it pays more. So, you know, you get paid cents per mile OTR rather than being home, you get paid locally. So it just depends on, you know, I guess what company it is, what job it is ultimately. So those are my 3 cons for OTR. Next, we got regional. Now regional, like I stated earlier, you come home every Friday. So you should come home at a reasonable time also. You know what I'm saying? Get to enjoy your weekend with your family and friends, take care of business and what you gotta do. That's regional. And I feel like, you know, starting off, that was good for me. I wanted something different. I didn't want to be home every day. So yeah, that was that. And it's kind of like a balance, you know. So the pro is that you're not driving as much and you're getting that experience. So that's pro number 1. You're not driving as much as compared to OTR. Yeah, back in my Werner days, you know what I'm saying, I was driving maybe I wasn't using my whole clock, so I would drive, still daytime. I'm pulling over to the side of the rest area, truck stop, whatever. I'm calling it a night. I got time to, get something to eat, shit, play the game if I wanted to, watch a movie. I could chill, do whatever, I'm not driving sun up to sundown. So that was cool. That was the balanced part about it that I pretty much liked. Another pro, and to add on to that balanced life, you also get to see more about, you get to see the world also. So I'm relating that to like Crete. So with Crete, it was kind of like funny with me because it was like, it wasn't so much like regional to a point. So it was like, I went to New York. You can even see in my background, I got a couple of shot glasses from some good places I had visited. So I had a cool, a couple of dispatchers, but I went to New York, Arkansas, Nebraska, Missouri, places outside my region, but it was cool. I always told them like, hey, if you can get me back Friday at a decent time, I'm cool. So that's pretty much about like the sightseeing balance part about it that I pretty much like. And then, like I said, I still, I was able to shut it down, do whatever at a reasonable time and not feel like too tired, too exhausted. Oh, I've been driving all day. No, it's pretty cool, and I didn't have to unload. So that was pretty much cool, man. I liked it. I was seeing, South Dakota, pretty much places that I probably would have never visited on my own. So it was real nice, real nice. 2 thumbs up for that for sure. My third and final pro was like, I'll just say pretty much you know what you're getting yourself into. And that will go back to just, knowing your schedule. So my first con would be, I would pretty much say weather conditions. So the Midwest region or driving conditions might differ in a different state or a different region than the Midwest region. So example being, I'm gonna say the mountains. I'm gonna say maybe the weather conditions. So we know it snows a lot in Michigan. It could be different in New York, could be different in Atlanta or Georgia or Tennessee, the mountains like that. So, if that takes some time getting used to, if you weren't trained in that type of, area. So, we were trained, I remember in school, they taught us how to put chains on our tires. So chains are useful because when it starts snowing, you don't want to be sliding around everywhere. You put the chains on your trailer tires. You should have 4 sets. You put the chains on your trailer tires and then you should go no more than 35 miles an hour on the freeway. And then if you can't, pretty much, I would say that the chains aren't useless, but I'm a type of person like, you know what? I don't feel safe driving when it's snowing like that, or if it gets like too crazy, I'm gonna just shut it down. Find somewhere safe to park at. You know what I'm saying? Pick it back up when it stops, or just call it a wrap for the whole night. So that was me. So that was definitely my mindset on it, for sure. Another con will be while you're driving, you're out, I guess still getting that experience. Maybe it could be hard to maybe maintain some friendships, relationships, this and that. I had a few troubles my damn self when I was first getting into it, but I managed to, stay on top of things and be there for the people that need me, or I try to be my best person, be the best person I can be for people, so. But still, your absence is felt when you're not there. When you're just a great person, you lose those connections. So if that's important to you, then that's definitely a con. So be mindful of that. So for sure. On to local. Let's go. Local, nah. We know local. You home every night. Hey, you in your own bed. You know what I'm saying? You home every night. Must I say it for a third time? You home every night. You could sleep in your own bed, the comfort of your own home. You could see your 4 walls, you know what I'm saying? Take care of business when you want to. Take care of business. Kiss your wife on the cheek, see your family. I know that's huge for some people. So, hey, that's a great benefit, man, because there might be more, other ventures that you want to take care of. Like myself, I want to do vending machine. I want to do, I want to do other stuff, and I can't do that if I'm going 4 or 5 days out the week, or if I'm going multiple weeks out the month. So local, that's definitely a pro right there. Pay. Number 2, definitely the pay is a pro. And I'm gonna say the pro because, hey, I'm experiencing it for myself, so that the money is, I'm on the good side of the money. We're not gonna get too much into the numbers, but yeah, the money, I think, but I haven't been OTR, so I can't speak from experience for OTR, but I know local to pay. And then I can go back to the trucker groups that I'm in. they do say, you know what I'm saying, local pays a lot more. So, and from my personal experience, I think local pays more. So that's a pro for sure. Cause you know what I'm saying, if you like that money, then hey, you like that money. So local is it. Local is where it's at, you know. Okay, my third and final pro will be frequent stops. And then I don't know if this should fall in the pro category or the con category. So I like frequent stops. So like I said, you got out of, you know, OTR or regional to prevent or to avoid long driving distances. So local, you know, I'm driving 20, 30 minutes at a time to a stop. I'm going there 10, 15 minutes. I'm out of there to another stop. So that's pretty good to me because I'm not, you know, I'm not behind the wheel sitting on my ass in a certain position for, you know, hours at a time. So that's a pro to me. It might not be a pro to you, but hey, I'm just, like I said, if that works for you, then that's a pro. I feel like that's a pro for sure. I want to be funny and say there are no cons, but I really don't see any. I could see it being, hey, you're so used to the road life and city life that, you know, you don't get to sightsee, and you're so used to that route that you take or the city drive, and that you don't get any exposure to, you know, to anything. But I feel like that's not too much of a con, you know, because if I want to travel, I can just, you know what I'm saying, put my days in or tell dispatch to, you know, send me here for a minute, even though it's within my city. But I don't know, man, but real talk, I don't see any cons of, you know, local driving. So if you feel like there are some cons, maybe you got some, let me know in the comments below. But I really don't see any cons, honestly. But yeah, it's cool. Ever since I came home, man, life's been good. Life's been good. I can't complain for nothing. Really don't see any cons. It's all pros. You know, I'm home every night. That's cool, man. I get to take care of stuff that I've been wanting to take care of for a while, you know. So that's cool to me, man. That's the most what I care about. Yeah, man, that's it. So I feel like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like the cons at 0, the pros at 3. So you see what side I'm taking here when I say, hey, local's better. So for sure. So I'm gonna end this video with that. Like always, man, if you could like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for me, I would greatly appreciate it. You people have a blessed day. Stay safe. Peace.